Hola! A place like this, there's many stories inside the big story, which is faith. So there's the merchants, there's the people, the people, the devotees, the people that work here, the people that come here. It can be a little overwhelming when there's a lot of people and it's such a big thing. So it's always nice to focus down and I like the children and I like how they're dressed, you know, the clothes, you know, like for me it evokes a different era. So I would do a little story on the children that are being baptized. Just focus on something that's more interesting for you.
¿Usted de dónde?
De Brasil.
¿Brasil? Pero habla usted muy bien en español.
Es que ya vivo aquí hace mucho tiempo.
¿Muchos años?
Sí. Every time that my phone rings and I have to go out and travel on assignment, my heart's always jumping and I'm always worried and I'm a little nervous and I'm a little afraid and all these mixed feelings. I'm excited about it, but there's like all these mixed feelings about, you know, am I gonna pull off the story? How am I gonna do? There's so much, you know, to organize and logistics and not to mention just getting into the field and finding the people and talking to them and getting them, you know, to trust you. Qué bonita. ¿Fue bautizo?
Sí,
Qué bonito vestido. ¿Puedo tomar una foto? ¿Eh? When I'm shooting people, and especially children here in Mexico, it's a very sensitive subject. I always try to talk to the parents first and ask permission to photograph the children. I understand that, you know, always asking permission it will make you sometimes miss the photo, but with children, I try to be extra careful. Today we went to Basilica de Guadalupe, which is one of the largest pilgrimage places in the Americas. It's where the Virgen de Guadalupe, who is the patron saint of Mexico and the Americas, was first viewed. So it's a place where it attracts a lot of people from all over the place. Hola Pamela, ¿te puedo tomar una foto? I love to go there and photograph the children when they're having their baptism.
Con el hermano.
They dress up in these beautiful gowns, the boys in white with little hats and the girls with just wonderful dresses. And for me, it just takes me back to another era, it's another time. ¿Cómo se llama?
Oliver.
¿Le puedo tomar una foto?
Sí.
No, quédese. Pero no tiene que mirar a mí, ¿ok? Normal. We did not have access inside the proper church. We had to only shoot outdoors. No.
Tienen que pasar al módulo de información, porque si no, no pueden estar.
¿A dónde está el módulo?
Van a pasar y van a bajar, van a rodar lo que es.
Ahora dime, esto podría ser solamente en exterior.
Ok.
Porque en interior, como tenemos mucha actividad, en interior ya no.
Okay.
Pero en exterior sí.
If you'd like to shoot in the Basilica, you would have to come to this place, information, and then they will take you to Comunicación Social and get an authorization from Comunicación Social, and they'll give you a pass. With this, you can be free to photograph around and not being bothered by security guards all the time. ¿Cuántos años tiene?
4. 3.
¿3? ¡Wow! Es como modelo de revista. Wow. So there was this little girl and she had this beautiful fur coat and it was kind of hot out, but she was so proud. She was tiny and she had like this fur white coat on and I had this picture of her by herself and she would like stare into the camera. Qué bonita. It can get a little complicated because sometimes the background is not exactly what you would like and there's not much room to maneuver, but sometimes I just wanted to isolate the child, sometimes I wanted to portray them with their families. ¿Cómo es su nombre otra vez? ¿Me puedes decir?
Eunice.
Eunice. Y tiene 4 años.
3.
3. Tienes un correo electrónico que si las fotos me salen buenas te lo puedes mandar. I talk to the families because I want to know their names, and I understand that I'm a stranger that just arrives and takes a picture of their family, and it's a very special moment that they're going through. I put myself in their place. I would say, who is this person who's taking my picture? Why is it? And I would like to see this picture. I think it's this gesture that it's just like giving a little thing back. They're giving themselves to me, and it doesn't cost me anything to get their email address and send a picture over email. I think that would make them happy, and I've done that. I've been doing that. Before, it was harder to do that when we had to send prints, because it was more complicated, and it meant that you had to invest more time, go to the printer and mail it, and now it's really much, much easier. So it's something that I am pushing myself to do a lot more often, especially in situations like this. ¿Cuánto cuesta la foto? 60? 60. So here, this is Tepeyac. This is the original site where the Virgin appeared for the first time. So this is a very sacred place for a lot of people. ¿Cuántas fotos toman por día?
No tenemos una estadística de decirle. Ahora bien, lo que es la fotografía digital o la análoga, día con día pierde más gente que se quiere retratar, porque todo el mundo trae
su teléfono,
su tableta, aunque nunca las mandan a hacer.
Nadie imprime.
Así es, exacto.
¿Sabías que tu vestido es muy bonito? ¿Sabías? That's why I think it's so important to do the family portraits and to have them in print and keep building those memories, because I don't think, who are we without our memories?